so bad. Classic. They're gonna do a
No,
video for you guys.
they don't put these comments.
Have you seen that before?
No. Even I don't say bad words. Job. Okay, I want to tell you the builder's gone. Bye, builder. Let me show you the video. Let's watch. Here's bye builder. You can see it. Bye builder. I'm just going.
Built a tower made of wood, just to help them if you could. You built a barracks made of stone, trying to make this house a home. You built a dream made out of clay, that was all from yesterday. You build it up, they tear it down. Maybe it's time to leave this cuckoo town. So go on your way. Go on your way. Bye-bye, builder. Fly like an eagle.
Let me tell you where's the builder. First thing, Heyday.
First thing, he fly to Heyday.
Yeah.
Then he went to Clash of Royale.
Yeah.
So, go to your phone and put Clash of Royale.
Because, guys, let me tell you where is he. I think he's the last thing. Let me show you. Where is it? Where is it? What? Let me show you where is. A minute, guys. I'm gonna put at YouTube. Where is the builder? Where is it? This one. You can see it. It's Clash Royale. Builder found. 0. Let's go.
A few days ago, the most important yet underrated troop in the game vanished from our villages, and everyone has been wondering two major questions. So today, I am going to tell you the story that answers both of those questions. Why did the builder leave us, and where did the builder go? So without any warning, a few days ago, our beloved builders decided it was finally time to take a hard-earned vacation. He was very tired from working non-stop for 5 years, sometimes upgrading defenses back to back to back, and not getting the chance to sleep for up to 14 days. So without warning, one day, he decided to pack up his stuff and leave. So he put his hammer in his bag and took off. He decided to take the fastest way to where he wanted to go, and that was by Springtrap. Although the Springtrap was the quickest way out, it was not the safest or most reliable. Where he initially intended to go to Heyday, where he could get away from all the fighting and destroying, but the Springtrap ended up flinging him all the way to the Clash Royale arena. Unfortunately, he ended up landing in the middle of an ongoing battle, where troops and builders were getting destroyed left and right. But thankfully, after only 3 minutes, the battle ended. The builder needed to get out of there right away, so he confronted the king. He asked him where he was and how he could get home. And to that, the king replied, "You are in Clash Royale, in the arena Spell Valley, and everyone in this arena is required to fight." The king went on to tell him, "I will send you home after you have helped us get into the next arena, the Royal Arena." Obviously, the builder was not fond of the idea of fighting, so he decided to offer something else instead. He asked the king if he could help them get into the next arena, but not by fighting. The king was confused, but decided to allow it. So the builder got to work doing what he loved doing best, building things. In a matter of less than a day, he whipped up an entire arena, made from turning gears and lots of wood. He decided to call it the Builder's Workshop, which would be unlocked between Spell Valley and Royal Arena.
Let me show you.
The king, who was very pleased by this, since the builder kept his word, technically he did get them into the next arena. So the king told the builder he was free to take one of their balloons back to his village. But surprisingly, the builder refused. He said that he actually enjoyed it here and wanted to stay and build more stuff. So the king granted him his wish, and after seeing what he was capable of, decided to give him any necessary supplies he needed for his projects. But he also had one other condition, and that was that he had to do all of the maintenance on the arenas. So the builder spent his nights creating new inventions and his days maintaining the battlefield, which mostly consisted of mowing the lawn, lots and lots of cutting the grass. But the builder didn't mind too much, since no one was destroying any of his buildings. Sure, they were destroying the towers, but at least they weren't destroying his entire arena that he just built. So during his nights, he would work on his crazy new inventions, and one day he ended up creating a new troop for the game. It was the first of its kind, and it was the Sparky, the first machine troop within the game. Then he continued to create new troops. He ended up finishing the designs of two brand new troops that were the cannon cart and the flying machine. So he released the cannon cart, but right before he could release the flying machine, he received a letter from his village's chief, where the letter was apologizing and asking the builder to come back.
Yeah, like.
So the builder thought about it and realized how much he missed all of the other troops back at the village.
August 14.
Plus, he felt bad for everyone that the barbarian was ruining all of the buildings by whacking it with his sword.
August 14.
So he decided it was finally time for him to head back home. But before he left, he asked if anyone would like to journey back with him, and sure enough, a few of them actually said yes. So they took the balloon from the king and set off back home. When they arrived back home, they were greeted by everyone, and the builder was given a brand new statue of himself. As well, the barbarian, giant, witch, and wizard all offered to help him with building upgrades from now on. But everyone was truly curious about who his new friends were. So the builder introduced them. Meet the Bowler, Baby Dragon, Miner, Ice Wizard, and the Battle Ram. Unfortunately though, the Ice Wizard and Battle Ram can only stay for about a week, then they have to head back home. Everyone welcomed the new additions with open arms, and everything was great, and the builder felt a lot better. So he decided that he wanted to give them another present as well. So he got out his designs of the cannon cart and gave it to the chief. But as if out of nowhere, a gust of wind ended up taking the draft right out of his hands and carried it off the island. As if by fate, the gust of wind carried the designs all the way to the night village, where the master builder found the designs. A little upset, the builder said, "That's alright, I've got plenty more better ideas." He then showed them the designs, and their jaws hung open. Everyone couldn't believe it, but they couldn't wait for him to add it into the village. So after a long and eventful day, everyone decided to call it a night, and for the first time in a long... Everyone couldn't believe it, but they couldn't wait for him to add it into the village. So after a long and eventful day, everyone decided to call it a night, and for the first time in a long while, the builder truly felt at home. Thank you guys for checking out my story on where I think the builder went, and I wanted to mention really quickly that we are currently hosting a giveaway with Past Amazing for $100, and all you have to do is subscribe to enter. So click that link in the description and you will be entered to win the $100 giveaway. Also, I wanted to acknowledge that I am reading all of the comments, and I know everyone is still requesting to see the story on the Archer Queen and to finish the Barbar story, and I wanted to let you guys know that I have not
My phone's now in charge. You can say that because a little bit. Ow. Take my hair. Some more hair. Bye. Peace out.